everybody? Happy Sunday morning. Oh, come on, pause. What's happening? And happy Sunday morning. Time for another episode of Selling Past Your Expiration Date, being thrifty over 50. What is happening? What is going on? Hi, Mom.
Well, hi, Jay. And I'm Peg.
I was a little behind today. Whoops.
That's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Glad to be
I
here.
realize I haven't done a Mama's Boy picture yet, so I think I'm doing one we've never done. She get a good laugh.
Okay.
If we've done it, I will find another one while you're doing your scores. So, I haven't showered. My beard's a mess. I just got done working.
Oh my!
Now, so, yeah.
I don't want to be near you. Hey, I never heard the results on the fight last night. What happened?
Oh well, here I spent $60 on UFC to watch Amanda Nunes. Oh dear, Amanda Nunes fight, who has beaten the top two female fighters.
Did she get sick or something?
She pulled out yesterday morning. Although the doctors cleared her to fight, she said, "I don't feel good. I don't feel like fighting."
Oh my goodness gracious!
So they offered refunds at the gate because the headliner pulled out 9 hours before the show. But those of us who hadn't looked at the news all day, who paid $60. The last fight was pretty good, but I was paying to see the champ defend her title.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Bummer.
Did you know that yesterday?
I did. I saw something come over my phone.
And you didn't tell me? Come on.
I didn't. I'm sorry, so I apologize.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think you owe me $60, Ma.
Uh-oh. You owe me your life. What are you talking about?
Oh, true.
So hope everybody's doing great.
So what? Yep. Yeah, go ahead, Mom. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, just glad to be here, and we got a lot to share with you guys today. So, what do you got? Want to start with first, JT?
Well, here's what we're talking about. We're talking about bad titles, and what precipitated this was my admins coming to me from the Thrifting Board and saying, "Jay, some of the titles in the listings in the social media share thread are horrible."
Yeah.
And so, look, I'm going to show a couple of titles today from a couple of members. I'm not going to say their names out loud, but you might be watching. This is not meant to degrade you or to pick on you, but a 3-word title does not cut it in anything. And, let me explain the social media share thread real quick in case you don't know what it is. In case you've never attempted it, it can help with your business if you know how to use it. So you have a set of people following you, no matter what platform you're on. Facebook, you've made an eBay. Oh crap, what are those things called on eBay? When you put a bunch of things together, like a bulletin board. You're on You're on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever you're on. You might have a small following. You might have a big following. Hey, Mom, look at your Facebook. Did I use that picture before? Oh, wait, it's not coming through. Keep your eye on that. Tell me if I did.
Okay. All right.
So the way the social media share works is you post 2 items that match up to the day's thread. Collections. Thank you, everybody. Collections. eBay collections. And the goal then is to share the person above you and 3 others. I think that's how it works. And so you're taking your items and having them shared by others who aren't in your circles. So you're getting more eyes on it. And then you're sharing someone else's items who isn't in your circle. So you're getting more eyes on it because your Aunt Gladys might love the item that Christine has for sale, but Christine don't know Aunt Gladys. Aunt Gladys don't know Christine. But when you social media share it, it moves to so many more eyes than just your circles.
Right.
And
it reaches out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so what the goal is to get your stuff sold. Now, we have talked about pictures in the past, and we're talking about titles because the titles are really, really poor. And here's what I think is happening. Look at that picture, Mom. Have I shared this one before?
No, I don't think so.
All right, cool. I thought people get a kick out of that one.
Yeah.
So people don't want to share your listing if it's got bad pictures and a bad title. Because, when you go to look for a house to live and you drive into a neighborhood, if the house you're looking at is nice, but the 7 neighbors next to it are all like run down and a truck is up on blocks in the front yard, you ain't buying. This is the same way. We are all sharing space in this mall we call eBay or Amazon or whatever platform you sell on. So you got to be looking good. You don't have to be the best and you don't have to be the most professional, but you got to look good.
Yep.
You got to look good, and your title's got to be good. Now, we're not here to tell you to stuff your title with words. I often find my assistant doing that, and I got to calm her down. Plus, there's usually a better word that can be used, but she likes to fill it up. And sometimes, and what I've told every assistant this, sometimes an item is what it is. This is a RTIC metal keep your drink cold cup. There's a specific name for it. But other than that, and then maybe the color of, stainless steel or metal silver. Other than that, you don't have to put anything extra in it. Someone who's looking for this product is going to be looking for this exact product. Right. You don't have to add crap to it. All right. So we're going to show you some examples. If you see yours, we love you.
Yes, we do.
But I'm going to show you some. Hopefully, everyone will learn from this. And look, we've all been there. I've busted Mom on some of her titles and some of my dad's pictures. And because I am who I am and I have a huge following, when my assistant makes a mistake or a spelling error, I hear about it real quick because y'all follow my store. So you're like, hey, Jay, this is spelled wrong. This is wrong. It's not typically me listing it, but I do give a glance over before I send them. And sometimes I miss. And so I'm not immune to having bad titles too. So I want you to realize that. No one is immune to it, but hopefully you will make you think about your title today or tomorrow or whenever you're going to write some more listings, make them better.
Right.
All right. So
I appreciate the criticism because that's the only way we get better,
All right. So a couple that Mom has not seen, I'm going to ask her.
Let me get that up on the screen here.
All right, hang on. I'm trying to get my thing to be a little bigger here. There we go. All right. So what do you think's wrong in this title? This one's not going to be as apparent as most others, but this is an item I just bought actually.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'd lead with Columbia. I mean, who knows that name? No, anybody. Is that to me? It's not a Hawaiian.
No, it's a huge brand, Mom. Columbia's a huge brand.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're the ones that make all the fishing shirts and the vented fishing shirts with the roll sleeves. See,
that's something I did not know at all.
So no, that's not the thing. And this one's not going to be apparent at all. So I'm just going to tell you. See the size?
Yeah, I would just
2X. Well, 2XT. Here's the problem, Mom. It wasn't a 2XT. So one of the problems is to make sure you're writing down what you're actually seeing on your object. And here's the other problem. They did not put a picture of the tag. So I had no idea to realize this wasn't a 2X tall. So their tag did not say 2X tall. It just said 2XL. So for starters, my first tip is to write exactly what you're reading. Don't change nothing, because if you don't know, 2XL, 2XLB or big, and 2XLT or tall are 3 different sizes. Now, if you're a woman or if you're a normal size man, you will never, ever know that. But those big fellas, me.
Yep.
2XL, 2XT, 2XT, 2XB, 3 different sizes. So if you're reading the tag and it says 2XL, don't change it in the title to some totally different size.
How did you know that this was just a 2X?
I bought it. I got it. I'm like, this is not 2XT.
Oh, gotcha.
But this seller was great. Took care of me the way we teach to take care of your customers when there is a problem. So let me throw this bonus in. They didn't ask for proof. They didn't ask for pictures. They apologized and refunded the money. But I did explain to them what I just told you guys. Hey, you're a new seller. Let me tell you, when you're listing shirt sizes, write exactly what you see on the tag, because these 3 sizes are different sizes. I'm a 2X tall, and this is going to be too short for me. So they took care of it. Awesome. And I gave them glowing feedback. Even though I did not get my product that I wanted, the way they handled it is what determined the feedback.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
So, Grace, I'll get to that right now, because question, Jay, there was a thread going in Thrifting Board where a seller said they were advised by eBay to shorten titles. Other sellers responded and said sales increased. One of that started a trend. Now, I love eBay. Y'all know that. But in a company that big, any company that big, there are times when the reps who answer the phone give bad information or wrong information, or they aren't trained well enough. I'm not to say this is that case, but until I see it in writing by eBay, or until I hear it from some higher ups at eBay Open in a couple of weeks, then I'll listen to it. For one rep to say, oh, you should shorten your titles, does not tell me that's the way to go. It could be, but titles have went from full to too short. Now, here is the example of what precipitated all of this. Let me jump ahead here. All right.
Oh my.
So this was in the social media share thread the other day. Cat figure. I don't care what you think you should do in terms of shortening your title. 2 words will never, ever cut it.
No.
This will never be found. No one will want to share this.
Well, it definitely looks like chalkware to Mom.
Yes, you should have the material, maybe the size. Is this thing 2 inches long or 10 inches long? I don't know, because there is no indicator. Now, if you're selling, let's say, a tiki mug. Now, all tiki mugs are different shapes and sizes, but most mugs are in the same, like 7 to 8 inches, 3 inches across size. So you don't necessarily have to have that in your title. But since there's nothing to go on, there's no brand, there's no material, there is nothing. It is 2 words, cat figure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put figure. I would have put statue. Sleeping cat chalkware statue. And because there's no picture at the bottom, is there any maker's marks? I don't know.
Right. I will say this, the black background looks really nice because it makes that white pop really well.
I love it.
Yeah, that part of it is very nice.
Yeah, and Becky brings up a good point, which I'm going to show some examples. I didn't find any looks, but I'll find some real quick. People who put in weird words like "look" with the 2 asterisk, the 2 at symbols.
Yeah, I didn't find any.
And emojis in the title. So here, let's do that real quick.
Brenda's asking, how do I know it's chalkware? I can just tell by the look, Brenda. Chalkware, because it's older, usually does have some chips on it, and it's a softer material. You can almost chip off the chalkware with your finger, but it's just a look that chalkware has. So, I do sell a lot of chalkware from time to time, and it's just like paint by number. You get used to seeing it. Just take a good look at that cat picture, and maybe that will help you.
So I typed in the always ubiquitous look, L at symbol K, and I was even shocked. 141,159 listings had look in it. I haven't never once until today searched for that term. Why waste space with that? And guess what? If 141,000 people are using it, you ain't standing out in a crowd by using it. That's what people think, that they're standing out in a crowd by using that. And that's just not the case.
Right. That's amazing to me.
Yep. All right. So short titles. No, go down the short. Let me get back to where I was. There we go.
Oh.
Okay. Now this is actually a good one. Vintage retired Disney Beauty and the Beast Belle dance. Now they had retired twice. They didn't need that. Right. And coffee cup and mug is good because, like, we call it pop because we grew up in the Midwest. People in the rest of the country call it soda. If you live in Boston, you call it seltzer. Yep. So mug and cup, it depends on where you live and how you grew up. So I'm cool with using both those terms, hat and cap the same way. But here's the same mug, and look how nice it looks on the black background, as Mom had just mentioned.
Right.
Here's that same mug that sold for $2. Awesome. Disney's Beauty and the Beast mug, exclamation point. Okay, let me tell you, you do not need unnecessary punctuation. It does mess up searches. If you're listing a title of a book, a media item, a record, it has punctuation in it. If the word is don't, absolutely use it. To throw in an exclamation point or parentheses or quotes, those are search parameters you use to search things. So when you build it into your title and you don't need it, it screws up the search.
Jason, go back to the first picture of that mug. I wanted to.
So, and also, even though on this mug it says Disney's Beauty and the Beast on this side, I definitely like the picture of Belle and Beauty dancing much better.
So do I.
Now, this one is not sold. They do have it for $44. This one sold for $1.99. $2.
Wow. On the longer title one, Jace, go back to that one, honey. Do you need to say "and the Beast"? Can't you just say "Beauty, Beast, Belle"?
You could, but I prefer to write my titles that they read normally.
Okay.
Now, if you are pressed for space, the "and" and the articles, those are called articles, and the small words aren't really searched, and they don't have to be there. But when it does have space, I do like the title to read normally.
Okay.
But if you had some other word that you had to get in, you can knock off that and don't put the ampersand in, because if you ever put the ampersand in and then you share the link to that eBay listing, you see it gets all screwed up when it shows up in a link.
Okay.
So I try never. Lauren, I'm just answering your question. I try never to do that, because when you post it, it looks all messed up. All right, so let's. And then here, Disney Sleeping Beauty glass mug. Okay, for starters, it ain't glass.
Right.
It would be ceramic, porcelain, whatever. So don't put the word glass in there, because someone who ain't paying attention could get it and go, I didn't get a glass.
Right. Now, I also add, depending if I have the space, when I say mug, I say coffee, tea, mug, cup. I will do that sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, Disney. Okay, they only had 5 words. Walt Disney, Sleeping Beauty, coffee mug, Prince Charming. And look who's on the other side, Maleficent.
Have Maleficent on there.
Get it in there. Good gosh. These are the key words people are looking for. They might not know they need this mug, but if someone says, I'm looking for something with Maleficent on it, boom. But this won't show up in their search because Maleficent, I can't say it.
I know, it's a hard one to say. Maleficent,
the witch,
I know.
Lady. Is not in the title. Nelly has a great question in the chat. Vintage or VTG? Those search the same way. I tend to use VTG, but if I had a short title and I had nothing else to put, I might spell out vintage. But they search the same way, so that one does not matter.
Yep.
All right. Disney Mickey Mouse mug lot of 3. Okay, well, all those terms should be in there. I would save space and not spell out 3. But look, it's Mickey as a sorcerer from Fantasia. It's Mickey riding a carousel. It is Mickey as Dracula on Halloween. Holy crap. The keywords. And what is this ruler showing me? Even though we're not talking pictures today, it's showing me if you space out 3 mugs, they'll be about 14 inches long. I mean, what's the point of that ruler?
Yeah, that's bad. That one's not good.
That's crazy.
You're going to run out. I wouldn't even use the lot of 3, I don't think, Jason, because you would have so many other keywords to use with all those.
Well,
mugs.
Maybe I'd put 3 Mickey Mouse coffee mugs and then Fantasia, Vampire, Halloween. But look, these 3 really nice mugs sold for 99 cents with $16 economy shipping.
Yeah. That was another thing that Mom saw a lot of. A lot of people that are doing auctions, are starting out their bids at this 99 cents and they're selling at 99 cents. People, start your auction out a little higher. At least try and start it out around the value of your items. I mean, I just, and then shipping, sometimes they have free shipping at 99 cents.
Yep. Oops, sorry about that.
I would definitely think twice about auctions.
So remember your keywords. Remember the important ones. You in this instance, you don't have to put in black mug and then white mug and then blue mug, but man, Fantasia, sorcerer, Dracula, Halloween,
I know
things. And if you don't know, since we're talking about Disney right this moment, anything from the parks tend to be more sought after. So if any of these 3 mugs are bought at the park, you're going to want to trumpet that, because any person can order from Disney.com. Any person can order from the Disney catalog, but typically, but not always, but typically to get something from a park, you got to be there. And take it to another degree. If you want the tiki mugs from the Tiki Bar, Trader Sam's at Disney World or Disneyland, not only do you have to be there, you can't just buy the mugs, you have to buy the cocktail. A lot of tiki bars will just sell you the mug straight up. Disney wants you to have the whole experience. So trumpet that when you can.
Hey, Jace, in the chat, honey, we have a question from Diana Dunlap about jeans. Which way is better, 32/34 or 32-34? Or
Neither. 32x34 is the common nomenclature for writing your size out. No inch marks. 32, small x, 34.
Good. Oh,
it reads better. It searches perfectly, and that's how people normally write it, and that's how you search it. That slash and that dash will change the search parameters. The X won't change them. All right. Now, Mom sent me a couple that I know why she sent me, and a couple I'm like, I wonder what Mom thinks is wrong here. So I can't look forward to it. This one I know, so I'll hand the reins over to you, Ma.
Okay, well, a lot of you know that I sell buyer's carolers. I've collected for years, and I've been selling my collection off starting last winter. In here, to begin with, you've got a lot of 4, but you don't name what they are. And very, very important is what year are they? Because collectors like the older statues. So on the bottom of every one is the date. So if they are different dates, I usually put, like if it's 2008, 76, I'll just do 2008, 76, just so that they know I have a variety of years rather than doing 2008, 2007. I don't want to waste up my space. Another thing, please tell the people what you've got. You've got a woman with a muff, you've got men with snowshoes, and boys, a boy on a toboggan. I mean, there is nothing here that excites me on that title. There's so much that they totally missed. And if by chance any of the buyer's carolers on the bottom are signed by Joyce Byers, who's the creator, you would definitely want to indicate that these are signed. So they have left out a ton of information in asking for that $80.
Now, also because they use these unnecessary asterisks, this, because of the way they typed it, has become one word. So that word is carolers asterisk asterisk lot of 4 asterisk asterisk. Or no, I'm sorry. It would be carolers asterisk asterisk lot. That became one word because there was no, you don't need those asterisks. And because there's no space, that is now one word.
Yeah. I mean, this is, I mean, I'll be surprised if they sell it because there's just not enough information here. And I didn't check the pictures, Jason. Did they show the bottom at all?
Nope.
Oh my goodness, that's really bad. I mean, must show the bottom on the carolers, and I would have done this on a darker background.
Yeah, it kind of gets lost.
Yeah, really, really washed out.
All right, okay. So what didn't you like in this title? I mean, this picture is horrendous, but what didn't you like in this title?
Well, that's pretty much what I hated, because if you look at the second picture, it's nice and clean, but they use that the first picture with all the other stuff around it. Other than that, their title was okay. I just wanted to make people aware.
No. So Mom's going out of the taking a left. Mom took a left.
I know.
But the TV table / TV tray. Now I use a slash sometimes when I want to separate two thoughts in a title, but never have it touch the words. That's the problem, because now table / TV has become one word.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to be careful with the slashes. So. Yeah.
Yep. And then again, I'll let you expound on this, but this parentheses around 4. Why is there parentheses around 4? There are 4.
Exactly, right.
And why is there quotes around the carolers? They are carolers.
They are
quotes when it isn't.
and don't lead with a lot of 4. You want to lead with your primary words that will identify, your item right away. A lot.
I do lead with a lot of sometimes, Ma. I do.
Oh, yeah. You see, but
that could be personal choice, but I'm glad you said that, because you like to do it that way. And a lot of times I write titles, like people always ask me, how do you write t-shirt? I do T-shirt, and that's majority of the way people do it, but I write my things the way I like to read them. So sometimes it is personal preference. Yeah,
that would be, because Mom would definitely lead with buyer's choice carolers, and then put maybe 4 after that.
Carolers, like they're not carolers. Maybe they're just hooligans.
Yeah.
These aren't really these aren't the carolers you're looking for.
Yeah, and again, she did show the bottoms, but she's got some early ones there. I think I saw in 1988. So I would definitely again get the years in the title, and tell what they are. I mean, you've got to indicate what they are, because people are looking for specific ones in their collections. So say that it's a grandmother or a child or what they're holding, because that also has a lot to do with what the collectors are looking for. And
they have 6,500 feedback. They're not new, so it boggles my mind that you thought to take a picture of the bottom that shows the year, but never throw the year in your title.
Again, I don't think I'd use a white background there. They look washed out to Mom.
Okay, well, funny enough, I found another mug with even a worse title, another listing the same mug.
I mean, this is just pretty rough. To begin with, why say sale?
Yes, because it's not on sale.
Not on sale. I looked for the pricing to show me where it was on sale. I didn't see it on sale. You know, and amazing vintage, amazing out. You know, if you want to start,
because this wood mug ain't amazing. There's about 1 million of them in existence.
Right.
It's amazing about this mug.
Yeah.
The severed head mug is amazing. This ain't amazing.
Right. This is very, very common, and you know,
and boring.
Yeah, very boring. Just a bad title all the way around, guys.
And although that is really the proper way to write Hawaii is how you actually properly say it.
Mm-hmm.
Most people ain't writing that. And so I understand the want to spell things correctly, but people aren't going to search it that way. So you got to go in this case with the majority of how they're going to search it. Plus, there is no mention that this is wood. That should be in the title.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I don't think the bottom stated what kind or anything, but yeah.
And the PP 793, I'm guessing, is where they're keeping it in their house or their business. But don't do that in your title.
No. I was going to ask you, is that something Mom doesn't know about? Because I did not.
I am pretty sure that's where they're keeping it in their house. So let me see if I can find the companion piece to that, Mom. Because you'll laugh. Here we go. Ready for it?
Let me see.
Wood tiki mug. Nice. So we went from amazing to nice on the same product.
And in all caps. You know how we hate all caps.
Nice with 3 exclamation points, too. So again, nice is not cutting it. But here's the other thing: neither one of these people mentioned it was a handled mug. Too.
Right. Yep, that one is specifically a handled
mug. If you know, tiki mugs normally does not have a handle. So when you do have a handle, say something. And also, you know, we're really not talking pictures today, as we showed in both these shots. By this opening picture, and most buyers do not get past the opening picture because they don't say it's a handle, and because they don't show in the first picture. No one's going to know it's a handle. So if you would have just turned that. So here, let me show you a live demonstration. Instead of this being your first shot, that's your first shot. A little bit of an angle so you can see the handle.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely. I hope some of these people aren't in the chat. Sorry for laughing, everybody. I shouldn't do that.
All right, Ma, you tell me what's wrong with this one.
Well, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Is it a shirt?
Yeah, it's a t-shirt.
Oh, t-shirt. Okay. Well, let's see, arrangement fab. Well, take out the word fab.
Yeah, well, you've already went past the mistake, Ma.
Oh, Spooner spelled wrong. See, I looked at it quickly.
There is not a bigger pet peeve of mine when I have assistants who are looking at the word spelled out for them and then misspell it. Granted, I know it's just a typing error, but you can't have that in your title. You can't. Your item will never be found because ain't no one searching Rain Spoor.
Yeah,
so make sure that when you have something that's written out like Rain Spooner to the South Seas, that's what you write exactly.
You know, and then too, Jason, he's got new and then NWT for new with tag. I mean, that's redundant.
Well, right. Plus, let me guess. Down here, he's got it in. And he's got condition new. So he's pretty much said new 3 times. And you don't need all that.
Right.
You do not need all that. Now, this one, American Pacific Whimsical Notes Music Quilt. What's the big thing you think is missing here, Mom?
Well, I don't really. The size.
Exactly. The size.
Yeah.
Quilt for who? A 3-month-old baby or a 6'5" Jason?
Yeah.
You know, it might say it in the listing, but when people are looking for bedding, especially quilts, and when I do the San Marcos blankets, the size goes in the title because that's what people are looking for. Because I've got San Marcos blankets that are huge that fit a king size bed, and I got San Marcos blankets that fit a twin. So you got to know the size in your title. And this one, member of the group, nice picture. I see they're a top-rated seller. They're also giving money to charity. But here's the tip on art. What kind of art is this?
Yeah. Is it the watercolor?
Is it
oil?
Exactly. Oils? Yeah. What are we talking here? And if you don't know, there's people like Christine Lemoyne and Nadine Shearstone in the group and many others that know art. So they'll be happy to, take a look at it and do their best help working through the computer. It's a lot easier in person, obviously. And then also you want to talk when you're selling fine art, which this would be. I mean, as opposed to paint by number.
Paint by number, right?
Mention what the frame is. Is it wood? Is it gilded?
Yeah.
And then
also the size. They should put the size in again, honey.
Right. And then the one last thing is, what's it a picture of? No, it's just, those are specific flowers, I'm guessing, Mom. And so if you would get into that specific flower, then you'll have a better chance of selling it, because someone's like, you know what? I need some peony art to hang on my wall, or I need some daffodil art to hang on my wall.
Right.
Now, I don't know art all that well, so when I do find a piece of art that I know is good and I want to sell, I talk to the people who know, and then they give me all the keywords. So the fine listing other than that, you just need a little bit more in your title it'll hopefully more quickly sell your item.
Right.
Walt Disney World Cup. Well, okay.
Okay.
What's on this cup? Oh, look, it's Goofy and Mickey and Minnie.
There they are.
Oh, Pluto's in the trailing behind. I mean, there's just so much more. What
happened to the capital W on Walt?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going lowercase Walt.
Yep. But they missed so many keywords there. So many.
Absolutely. All right, Mom. What don't you like in this title?
Well, they went with all cap. Put in a lot of caps, which we all say don't use because of that. However, would you have led with that picture, Jason, or shown the whole mug? I debated about that.
It depends, because I know that a lot of people sell that mug, so it depends on who else is doing it. Because I have one Frankie's mug, and I have no proof which sells quicker. Most of my mugs, this is the first shot, but the one mug I did kind of like this, just a close up of the face.
Yeah,
a little bit of a different appearance compared to the others, so I'm not so concerned with that. But yeah, don't need to write all caps. Hey, Brenda Brand, I need more to that story, so send me a message in Facebook, and I'll be happy to help you.
Yeah, let's find out what's going on there, Brenda, with that.
Yeah, this is a little short.
A little short. I mean, there's a lot of things you could put in there. Use Hawaiian. Use Aloha. I mean, I've done it from time to time when there isn't a whole lot to say. Polynesian. There's more. A tiki god. I mean,
and look down here. They say in the description he's referred to as Tangata Manane. We'll put that in the title.
Exactly. So
I'm glad this showed up, because I'm going to pop this in with nothing. There's nothing wrong with this listing, so hang on a second.
Okay.
So this is a cool made at home mug from a Dunkin' mold, and their glaze is really cool. If I would have saw this, I would have bought it.
Yeah, it's nice.
You don't need to put words in the title that have no bearance on what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yes, any cup could be a pencil holder,
right.
But I would not put that in the title. And all these commas in this title,
commas out.
Screw it up.
Yep.
Because what I wanted to show you with this is a drink mug. That hole is for the straw. It comes from the restaurant chain Benihana. And so many people over the years have argued with me that it's the string holder that you pull the string through. You stick the ball of string in the back. That can be the after effect of this mug, but it doesn't start life as a string holder. It starts life as a cocktail mug. So you want to poise it where it really is. Anything like this could be a pencil holder, but they're not really what they are.
Right. I see the string holder in a lot of antique shops, Jason. They don't realize what they've got, honey.
Yep. And then this one, I just found right before we went. It was easy to find a crappy sports jersey listing. Come on.
Yeah.
Hang on. For some reason, I was at 800% on this listing. I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm at 25. Going the wrong way. Come on. All right, New York Yankees vintage baseball jersey medium. Okay, many things going on here.
Yep.
You should write your titles like you would read the title of a book. The first letter should be capitalized in each word. Secondly, I don't think this as you can see, come on. This tag is not sewn in. It is a printed on, so ain't nothing, well, for some reason it won't show me.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing vintage about this. So now you're set yourself up for a big problem with your customer. Right. And if you see on the lower left-hand side there's a tag that says the brand, whatever brand this is.
Right, and they don't
ever take a picture of it, so they have no brand in the title. When I look at the item specifics, they say the brand is New York Yankees. The brand is never New York Yankees.
Right.
The brand will be MLB or it'll be Reebok for MLB, or it'll be New Era or whatever. But make sure that when you use the word vintage, it is vintage. Any piece of clothing with a printed on tag is never vintage.
Nope.
I mean, it will be someday. It ain't right now. And then here's a prime example of.
You find? Oops. You didn't happen to find the Ray and Spooner picture I sent you, did you, honey?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So here's a mug from Frankie's Tiki Room. Every tiki mug has a name. They did not do any research to find it, but they're using quotes around Frankie's Tiki Room, Las Vegas, like it isn't really there. Yes, it's really there. You do not need quotes.
We got all caps. We got hyphens.
Oh yeah, yeah, all kinds of stuff here.
And
the mug sold for about a third of what I sell it for. Right. So.
And what's the name of the mug?
Knockalele Knockout.
Yeah. Yeah, this year I just thought that you could have added a little more detail on this one. You know, Treasure Craft Barrel Cookie Jar. I would have added, with lid. I would have given the dimensions.
Yeah, height for sure. You know, in this kind of instance, you don't need width all that much. But again, is this 2 inches or 7 inches?
Right. Also, they didn't square up their pictures.
Yep.
Yep. So
Is this the rain spooner you wanted to see?
Yeah. Well. There was a better one, the football one.
This one?
Yes. Yes, because is this the one with the vintage tag, Jason? I mean, this is an old one. There was one of them I sent you that was really old. That one's pretty old.
Yeah, this one's older.
Yeah, older. I think I was trying to name it Men's Grand. Yeah, there was one that didn't even have Ray and Spooner in the title. That was the one I was looking for.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Right. This is an old shirt. This is a great old shirt. And they don't, they just didn't give the Ray and Spooner name, which should be there immediately, of course. And using all caps where they don't need to. They got 2X and then the double XL, which you don't need to do. So just a lot going on. This is a nice shirt. Yeah. I mean, this would be a good seller, but they're just not listing it very well.
Yep, and you don't need to lead with men's because you're already in, as you can see right here, you're in the men's category.
Right.
So you don't need to lead with men's. Lead with Green Bay Packers or Rain Spooner. In this case, either one's fine because this is a double branded item. Green Bay Packers is a brand in this instance, and Rain Spooner and NFL. So really, it's 3 brands, really.
Yeah, and you don't have to necessarily say 100% cotton there because you do have that down below. I would have used maybe even football. I know NFL was there, but I think I would have even used football.
And I would actually jack the price up on this with a better title.
Yeah.
Football season's right around the corner. Someone will love to wear this tailgating. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Jason, that label is one of the oldest ones I've seen on that shirt.
Yeah. All right. So let's we'll end it there because we're actually over. We're at 40 minutes here. Yeah, let's end it there. And then before we get to Mom's scores, before I jump ahead, I hope that gives you guys all some pause to write better titles, to get the proper keywords, to get out unnecessary punctuation. All those things are just detrimental. And the goal is to sell stuff and have the people find the right stuff. Now, we didn't even talk about keyword spamming. Don't do it. Right. Don't put in keywords. I hate when I'm looking for a tiki statue and someone says not mug. Or no, I'm sorry. When I'm looking for a tiki mug and someone's selling a statue and they write not mug, it shows up in my search because I put tiki mug in the title. So don't do that because all that's going to do is anger the buyers. It's going to turn off buyers. Buyers will leave the platform when their searches their search results don't reflect what they want. Right. People think they're gaming the system and being cutesy and funny, but it's actually detrimental to all of us. So if you see a friend doing it, tell them to knock it off.
Yeah, it's not good. And we're here, guys. If you have any questions on your titles, don't be afraid to send me a message. I'm glad to help.
Yeah. All right. So let me find my picture here real quick. And Mom and I don't recall me sharing this one. Hey, where'd it go? I thought I sent it over.
Uh-oh.
And I'll do it over here then.
And when you get a chance, Jason,
this is
Frank has a question for you. Frank Holman.
Well, there's a vintage tag guild. It's in our files in the Thrifting Board. If you just Google it, and it shows you all the eras of tags of most shirts like that. So it's really easy to look up. And most of you know me like this, clean, this, Here's a way different Jason. Enjoy.
Oh, it's not on the big screen? Or me? Oh, I did that. That's me.
That's you, Ma.
That's mom. That's mom. Let me get it up there so I can laugh.
That is Jason, clean shaven in Key West for spring break 1990 with a perm. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I had a body wave, I think we called it, to give my hair some more body.
Yeah, I love it. You're almost that skinny again at the rate you're going, honey.
Working on it. I have my most awesome Oakley frog skins with the purple lenses. And this was at, can you tell where we're at, Mom? You've been in this place 1,000 times.
Half Shell Raw Bar?
Very good. My mom rocks. That is the Half Shell Raw Bar in Key West, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, one of our
favorites. So yeah, I had a perm.
I love it.
All right, let's get to Mom's scores, shall we?
Okay.
All right, where's your scores? All right, so oops, I'll leave that one for the end.
Yeah, the one I'm supposed to leave for the end.
Yep.
Okay.
We will start with Bunny. All right, cool. There we go. Oops, there we go.
I don't see it.
Well, you're not looking hard enough.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
If it wasn't there. Okay, I used to collect these paper mache molds. They do come from Asia, I think China mostly. But I started collecting these quite a number of years ago, and I'm again getting rid of my collection and look for these guys. I mean, try not to pay too much for them. I took a best offer on this only because they had been up for quite a while. And, you know, back in the day, I think I paid like $10, $20, $25 for them. So I was still, you know, getting a decent return on this. But they do sell. And if you see them, they will have slits in them because they are paper mache molds. So even though you see these slits, don't think it's imperfected because it's not. That's just the way that they're made. So, you know, it's not a defect, in other words. So, you know, if you are finding those as you go out and about, pick them up. They will sell.
So since you brought this up in one of the other listings we showed, I'm going to ask you, hey, where's the picture of the bottom of your bunny, Ma?
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. See, there's my photographer.
So, and the reason I say that because if a customer says, hey, what's up with this hole on the bottom of this rabbit? Mom cannot prove there isn't a hole because there's no picture of it. So you should always cover yourself. Yep.
No, thank you. I mean, you know. Yes, this is something I picked up. It's a vintage Hawaiian dashboard hula doll. I've never seen this guy, Jason, before, but I picked him up for $25, you know, and sold him for $12. I took a best offer of $12. So
yeah, he's not vintage, Mom. You can buy him today.
Okay, is he? See, because I just hadn't run across that one before. Yep. So
he's not as common as, like, you know, the cute girl and the cute guy, but yeah.
Okay. Yes, this. Mumu, the brand name was Island Fashions, and I had bought it for $2 and got an offer of the 25, and I was thrilled with that, and away it went.
Wow, made in Japan, cool.
Yeah. So it definitely was an older one. This was it was supposed to be in my haul this week, you guys, but I sold it.
Well, gotta go.
We went out to a little flea market that's here in Middlefield, Ohio, where all the Amish people live, and it was actually sitting down in the dirt, you know, one of those. And I looked at it, and it was a little girl actually at the booth selling it. And she, I couldn't get her down. She had $20 on it. Then we went to 15, and I settled at 12. So I bought it for 12 and sold it for 49 within 2 days. So apparently maybe I had it a little too cheap.
That was quick, Ma.
Yeah. So, but that's okay. I mean, for $12 for $49, I'm not going to argue. My buyer's carolers, I just sold a couple, as we've talked about many times, guys. Christmas sells year round, and as you can see in mine, I gave both years. I told what they were, you know, and of course I showed the bottoms in the pictures. So and mine are signed, so I indicated that they were signed. So I gave them all the information I could possibly give in regards to those carolers, and I got full asking price of the $59.99. Okay, sold a pair of skis. Woohoo! Those, let's see, on those skis, let's see, I think we paid $5 for those, and I took the offer of the 47. You know, we're always glad to get her anywhere around that kind of money. And Dad and I shrink wrapped them. We put them back to back, and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and put their label on, and away they went. And we have not had one bad review, you guys, on using the shrink wrap when we do those. This was webbing that I sold. I started a sale. I forgot to take this out. It was a 40% off sale that I'm running right now for a week. And the webbing was free. When we bought those web chairs, Jason, they just threw in the package of webbing. So it basically cost me nothing, but I sold them for $7.79.
Yeah.
But if you do find those out there, everybody, definitely pick up the webbing, because people are looking for the webbing all the time.
All right, before we get to the best sale of the week,
Yes.
I want to thank all 114 of you for tuning in live today. And do us a favor and give us a little thumbs up down below. There's only 40 thumbs up right now.
Right.
And that'd be very thankful. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe right down below. And the coolest, newest thing that YouTube does and makes it easy is there's a little bell next to my name. If you click on that bell, it will alert you when we go live. So even if you don't know that we have something scheduled, or if I surprise you and go live, it will alert you. And so, and I never brought this up, and maybe next week or the week after, we'll do a little how-tos. If you put, let me clear off my messages here real quick. If you put the YouTube app on your phone, and you have me saved as an alert, when I go live, your phone will tell you too. Your computer will tell you, your phone will tell you. But if you don't have the YouTube app on here, you should. And we can talk about that at a future show.
Yeah, Jason, that would be a good thing to show. We should do that.
All right, and then the last big sale of
Yeah,
the week.
woo, I was so excited. As many of you know, I found these at a garage sale for both lamps for $40. He had 75 on them. I got them down to 40, and I took a best offer of $375, and I think what I have on shipping, $59. And he bought them and paid immediately, and they've been delivered, and everything seems to be in good shape. He did not want the lampshades, which really helped us on packaging. Basically what we did, guys, we did wrap them very, very well in bubble wrap, all kinds of ways, you know, to reinforce everything. And Dad packed it up really, really nicely for me. And it was a nice sale. I mean, I had a $400 day the other day by selling these and one other item. So that kind of put the frosting on the cake for my week. And it was a slow week because of the holiday too. I didn't sell all that much, but that was a nice way to cap off my week with these lamps. So yes, always.
Yeah.
And these are chalkware lamps, gang. Again, those, how do you know they're chalkware? You will learn. Once you start coming across it, you will learn the look, just like with paint by number. But yeah, nice pair of lamps there. Woohoo!
All right, cool. Let's see what you found, Sonny.
Oh, I got lots of goodies to share. Do you want to do any housekeeping yet about our shirts or the class, or?
Oh, sure. Hang on. Oh.
You want to do that first?
My lamp fell down when we started, so I thought it'd be a good time to stand up and get it. And then you're like, hey, you want to talk about something?
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, so those of you who are coming to eBay Open and taking our thrift class, Las Vegas thrift class on steroids, you're getting not one instructor, usually me, not two, usually me and Nadine, not three, not four, 10 instructors. And it just sold out last night. So we are sold out. If you have signed up this week, I will be starting a Facebook group or maybe just a group chat with all of you to give you the details. So it's going to be an incredible class. It's the most ambitious class I've ever decided to do. But it should be the most fun for sure to have this many people, 50 participants, 10 instructors. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I look forward to that class.
Yeah,
and Mom's one of the tour guides of the class.
I don't know. Do they have anything big at these at Savers? I buy big stuff, as you guys know.
Oh yeah.
But I'll start out with small as we go in. Oh, I have one piece of advertising. This coming Saturday, July 15th, I will be at Underground Tiki Bar in the Hudson Akron area. They are doing their first tiki flea market, and we hope to be there. I've already gotten a few nice responses from people in our group that are planning on coming. And Julie Brown, who's also a member of the Thrifting Board, is going to be there vending as well. So we're going to have some cocktails together. The event goes from 1 to 6. They got a DJ playing, and the band's going to be playing. Special cocktail of the day. So it sounds like it's going to be a very nice event. I don't know how big it'll be being there first. So I have been working like crazy, you guys, getting all my stuff marked and priced and so forth. So, you know, and then I'm going away for 3 days to put in bay with the girls this week. So I'm trying to get that done. and watching my 2 granddaughters on Monday and Tuesday, and being ready for my flea market. Do you think I have enough on my plate?
See, now you know where I get it.
I know. See, everybody, and you know what? I've always been that way all my life. So welcome to my club, huh, Jason? Okay, let's get going. Here we go. All right, first I'll start with a few small things first because I've got a couple of beauties here to share with you guys today. Always look for these. I picked these up for $1. Whoops, I'm going to get this one around because that one says, and I don't know how to pronounce that word. Oh, it's backwards anyways. Can you read that, or does it show up backwards on theirs? Anyways, it's a
Diaclon.
I don't know, but anyways, this particular one seems to be a bigger seller. There's a guy has a roll up of this, just this alone, for $31. But I'm pairing mine up. I paid $1 for both. These are the old metal ones, everyone. So I'm going to put mine up for 20 bucks and let it fly. Okay. I picked this up. Everybody remember what these are called? Did we remember? This is a spaghetti glass, everyone. It was a tumbler. I bought it, whoops, for $1. My tag's still in there. But I have other pieces that I'm going to be adding this to. So, always look for that because, you can always add on for sure. Okay, Jace, I picked this up, honey. I don't know if this is very old. The container has turned yellow. It's been in there forever. It does say Tahiti on it, as you can see. And she's really in gorgeous condition. I don't know if I'll part with her or not, but I only paid $1 for her.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely think it's all the problem if you sold that, to ship that and not have that stuff break would be almost impossible.
Yeah, it's already broken, because of the age.
So if I was to sell that, I would take the pictures in the original container like that, then open it, take it out, take more pictures, and say, look, it was in this original container, but it ain't lasting. So the doll's great, but the container is.
I can take it to the event this coming Saturday, as is.
Yeah.
And see if someone's looking for any of the dolls, because I don't know, what about 25 bucks? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe, and then shoot for like 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring, because I'm gonna have my little sign ready to deal. We picked up this vintage clock. It's a nice one.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Yeah, isn't that nice? It actually worked just fine. And Dad did a little research, and we're going to put this. We paid $2 for this clock, everybody, and I'm going to put this up for sale for around $32 to $35. So Dad did some research on it for me already. Okay, and then I tell you, didn't know what I found, but I always pick up anytime I see.
Oh, cool.
This is or whatever, but these little suckers sell well. I mean. Yeah, we were shocked at the prices on them. I paid 50 cents for these 9. I'm putting them up for $29. And some are selling for more. But we kind of went with an average price. So they're Maxell mini tapes. And so keep your eyes out for these, everybody. Some good money there. We picked this up for 50 cents also. This was the All-Star game that was held in Cleveland back in 1997. And I think I can get around 15 bucks on that, Jay.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. And then I haven't had a chance to go through this entirely, but this is a 1980 Barbie case, which is definitely an older one, but it's also loaded with vintage Barbie clothing. So I'm going to have to, go through it and lay it all out. But, just when I took a quick scan, something on this order was selling for around 50 bucks. So,
Show that front again. It looks like Beyonce.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I could see Beyonce just walking, like, all that fierce walk that she does. I could totally see her wearing that.
There is on the box, so that always helps. But it's in pretty good condition.
Nice.
Yeah. Your dad picked this up just because it was, still sealed. Have you ever heard of this game? High Hand? No, we never have either. We paid $1 for it, and Dad says to list it for around 12 bucks. So this was your dad's purchase.
Let me see the back of it.
Okay.
Well, there's a barcode from somebody who scanned it.
Yeah. So, we'll see. There's a few listed, not that many have sold. So, one of those deals. Okay. I can't remember. Did I show this bamboo mirror last week? Or did I forget to show it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm going to take this with me to the sale next weekend. But, mirrors are right up there in price, you guys. I mean, they're always expensive.
That's nice and thick.
Yeah, and here's the old tag, Jace.
Oh yeah, geesh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put up for $45. Am I out of line?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I think I paid. What did I pay for that? I paid $5 for the mirror. Okay. All right. Now, these are not old, but they are Tonka trucks. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Still in nice shape. We have two to show you. This is a cement truck. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
And then the other one is the dump truck, which actually works really nice. I mean, you lift it and lower down. There was a little boy. I almost felt guilty because of a little boy. You know, when it comes to kids, I'm too much of a softie. And he was asking $7 each, and Dad asked him if he would take $5 each, which he did. So we bought both of these Tonkas for $5 a piece, and we are going to sell them for around $25 a piece. Okay, so those are the Tonkas. And oh look, Jay, look what Mom found.
Hey, water skis. It's like it's an epidemic of water skis.
Yes. I mean, it's just amazing. I walked in the garage sale and I could see him leaning against the tree. And of course, Mom went right over to them. He had $6 on them. And I said, can we do 4? And he took my $4. And this brand is called Cut and Jump, you guys. There you go. Cut and Jump. This is a popular brand, Jason, which Dad and I did not know.
I've never seen those.
No, I never have either. They are wood. The wood ones sell better than the others. I paid $4. We're going to list these for $69, everybody. And again, you know, we got it down pat on how to ship these suckers these days. So, yeah, that's that. Okay, there's those. Let me get this out of the way. Sorry, everybody. Okay, okay, Jason, I need opinion here too, honey. In the original boxes, okay, there's the picture.
Yeah.
Okay, the glass, and with the straw with the flower from the JPeg tree in out of and they're dated 1975. So I put my hand in there. You can see
those glasses don't sell for a ton, but to find it in the box with the flower and the straw is pretty damn impressive.
Exactly, that's what I thought. I said, well, this will sell because you know I've got all the goodies on here. They even showed the recipe. Well, the recipe of the punch on here, but because
wait, what's the recipe?
Oh yeah, okay, here it is, Jason. This is the famous JPeg recipe Planter's Punch. 2 ounces of orange juice, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of lime juice, 1 1/4 ounces of white rum, 1 1/4 ounces of amber rum, and get this, a 1/2 ounce of egg white.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of drinks with egg white in them.
So I don't know. What do you think?
Don't sound too bad.
What would you sell these for, Jace?
I don't know. I would definitely look at WorthPoint and see if you can find anyone selling it, the whole kit and caboodle. Like you know the glass tiki mugs, the 2 face that are a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
And I think I've shown it once before. I did find one in the original box, and all 4 sides of the box, going around the sides, show different uses for it. So that's an instance where it'll be worth a lot more compared to just the mug. So, but I mean, I don't know, $30, $40
for the pair.
Oh, pair.
Or should I sell them separately? Probably
do one at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that one at a time, but list a quantity of 2. If they want to buy both, then they can buy both.
Okay. All right. Okay. This next thing weighs a ton, but I will get it up here.
Water skis.
Oh. We found this.
Oh, okay. So land water skis.
Yeah, almost. This is a motorized scooter, electric scooter, and the woman first she had $50 on it, and we ended up getting it for. Wait a minute, where's Dad's paper? I almost forgot. Was it 15? No, 35. No, wait, what did we spend? Oh, wrong paper. Sorry, guys. Wait, I'm sorry. I think she had 50 on it. We got it for 35, and we're going to be listing it for $100. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, now I've got a couple of fun things left to show you guys. All right, let me turn this on.
Turn it clear.
Clear. Okay. Let's go to the next. Let's see here. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
All right. See that? Okay. All right, now.
Going on.
Okay, so let's turn it off. But it's made to look old, but it's new. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's a CD player.
Yeah, it's a CD player. So they go right in here. Okay. It is a radio. And
it makes bread.
It makes bread. Let's see if I can get this open here. Yeah. Oh dear, I don't know what button to push. There, it also opens up. It's a record player, Jason.
What? Oh, let's see this.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Holy cow.
I know. And we were playing our Hawaiian records earlier today.
That's
cool. The sound is gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. I mean, it just sounds like the good old vinyl days. You know what I mean? And the needle is there and everything. So we got this from the lady for $15. And I don't know if I should sell it or not. I mean, it's just so nice. If we did sell it at 120 bucks.
Oh,
we
yeah.
paid $10. Excuse me. We paid $10.
Nice.
Down here, 120 bucks. Oh, they're brand new. I apologize. They're brand new for 120 bucks. So, you know, we'll see. I don't know. It's awfully nice.
Are they still being sold?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
New, I mean? Wow.
Yes. Yeah. But,
so,
you know,
Brenda and who else did I just see go by? Jima. I always forget to say this on both my shows. If you see anything you like that is for sale, Mom, myself, or Nadine, depending on what show you're watching, be more than happy to cut you a deal. Just message us directly. Tell us what you want. I think Gemma wants the Tonka dump truck for her great grandson. So
okay.
Just message Mom on Facebook, or if you can't find Mom, I'm pretty easy to find. I'm everywhere. Message me and I'll hook you up with Mom. So
Brenda says she might be interested in the Philco. I'll keep you posted on that one, Brenda, because it is a beauty. Okay, now we got something really special here to end up with today.
Yeah, I saw it sitting in the back there.
Okay. All right. So we find these at a garage sale, and I haven't shown anything yet. So if you want, it can be a lamp. Okay. And listen. Okay. So that goes on, but you can turn that off if you don't want to hear the sound of the motorcycle. Then you can also use it as a night light. I know that, Dan, turn off that light, would you? Because what shows up, this lights up on the bottom. The tail light shows up, and the headlight. Dad's going to turn off the light here. Maybe you can see it just a tad better. Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Okay, so we found that one, and this is a turquoise trim and that lampshade. And then this came along with it. Let me turn that. Oh, I'm not plugged in. So this one came along with it. It's got that lampshade. Now, the turquoise one, this one worked perfectly fine when we tried it at the garage sale. The other one couldn't get it to work at all. It just, nothing. There was absolutely nothing. So the man threw it in for nothing. So what we see here, $1 per lamp.
Wait, what?
And I know. When I first asked the gal what she wanted for them, she said, oh, a couple of bucks. So I said, well, let's try them and see if they work. So the one worked, the one didn't. And the guy said, oh, just take it if you want it. Of course we took it. Well, your father spent how many hours? Now, he spent a few hours. He took everything apart, the bottom. And let me tell you, it was kind of tricky. You know, they put these things together so crazily. And he pulled it all apart, and we got to this tiny little compartment underneath that holds the fuse, and the fuse was burned out. I bought a new fuse yesterday, put it in, worked perfectly. So we have two of these lamps that I bought for $2, $1 a piece, if you want to look at it that way. And I think I'm going to put them up for around $150, $175. And they do have the, you know, the Harley Davidson name and everything's on there, you guys. But how about that for a find? $1 a piece.
And how much did the fuse cost? You got to plug that into
I know, it did.
$5.
$5
for two of them.
For two fuses. I only used one.
That is insane. Every week, I don't think you're going to top yourself, and every week you do.
I don't know if I can top that one. That one was pretty good. But yeah, Lauren says she'll buy it for $5.
Hey, Becky. Hey, Becky, is this the show you're talking about? As you can see, it's right here on my desk. I always have a pile of stuff I got to get to. So, Becky, if this is the shirt you're talking about, let's connect, and I'll get it out to you Monday morning. How's that sound? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so that that's a good shirt, Jace. I like that shirt. That's cute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so if anybody's interested in anything, let me know. But I think that, these lamps, they don't quite outdo the other lamps, but I didn't pay as much. Remember, I paid $40 for the mid-century modern ones that I just sold. But these are going to be right up there. When I go to, I am going to list them as a pair, but in my copy, I'm going to, offer them if they prefer to buy them separately. That I will.
One sold yesterday for $69.
Yeah, one sold yesterday for $69. Dad said.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right, giving our plug for where you're going to be vending coming up, and then we'll call it a day.
Please, if you're in my area anywhere, guys, I would love to see you. I'll come to Tiki Underground Tiki Bar. It's in the Hudson Akron area, right off of 303, if you're familiar with that area at all. We will be vending from 1 to 6 o'clock this coming Saturday. And like you said, they've got a DJ playing and a band is going to be playing, tiki drink special. So it looks like it's going to be a fun day. Let's hope for good weather. If it should be a rainy day, they will be moving it indoors. Of course, it'll be a little more cramped, I'm sure. But they've got a lot of nice vendors coming, and Julie Brown will also be vending. So I'm coming.
Cool.
We'd love to see you. And we won't have a show next week due to the fact that I'm coming out to Vegas very soon, and I'll be gone to Put in Bay Wednesday through Friday with my girlfriends. And then
my 75-year-old mom's too busy. She's too busy to do a show. She gotta go here. She gotta go there. She gotta go here.
I know. So yeah. So we'll see you all in Vegas.
Yeah. We'll try and do, if not a full show, we'll try and do a little something together from Vegas. So I gotta sit down and look at the calendar. Vegas is going to be a crazy week of parties and speeches and classes and
excuse me,
all kinds of shenanigans. So we will try and definitely stick something in. So thank you everyone who tuned in today. Becky, I'm going to hang up this show and talk to you directly and get this taken care of.
Good.
All right, so we're out of here. Thank you all for tuning in live. For those who watch after the fact, love you guys too. If you're watching after the fact and you want anything that my mom got in her haul, just reach out to her or me, and I'll get you in touch with her, and we'll make you a straight up deal. Like if you watched my show last night, you saw this bitchin' 8-track player recorder. So if in 2017 you need an 8-track recorder, I got one for sale.
Yep.
All right. So for selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50, I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in Vegas.
And we're gone. Bye-bye.